Turn and Learn community. We are at a special location today. Excuse the noise. This location, the air handler back here is really noisy. I don't have the mics because I didn't remember to bring them. But as you know, I adjunct teach over at Salt Lake Community College. I'm covering this week for the professor Mike while he's down in SEMA with the small engines and motorcycle SEMA show. So good for him. But I'm here. We're going to talk about winterization. We're not getting into whether to winterize, not to winterize, ride all year. People are fair weather riders. Some people are really busy. So when we go to park our motorcycles for a long period of time, we're going to show you how to take care of your bike over the winter. We're going to specifically talk about carburation. Four-wheeler behind us, dirt bikes, stuff that we know we're putting away for sure in the winter time. Unless we're snow plowing, like I said, we're not going to go down this debate. A lot of people spend a lot of money with us at the shop, bringing back their bikes, getting them all tuned up, rebuilding carburetors. That's okay for me if you don't want to follow this advice, because I don't mind rebuilding your carburetors and bring them back to life, because that's what pays my bills. But for those who have spent money and want to take some advice, or those people who follow us and say, hey, that's a great idea, I don't want to spend a lot of money. The other option, the other bonus is in springtime. While everybody else is trying to get my bike started to let it sit with fuel in it, you're going to turn your key, you're going to fire up, and you're going to go ride the first spring day, and you're like, see you guys. Yes, I'm being sarcastic. I'm having a fun time. I've been teaching here all week long. Great location, great group of kids. We probably got 4 or 5 of them that really are going to be good rock stars in the industry, and that's why we do this. We really want to help train up-and-coming techs to get into the community. Okay, back to winterization. First thing is make sure in carburation, we stress this a lot, ethanol-free gasoline is the most stable gasoline you can get for a long period of time on pump gas. A good stable, make sure your fuel tank is topped off. And we say ethanol free because it doesn't have ethanol in it. Ethanol is one of the biggest killers to carburetors. So if you can get a hold of ethanol free, and here in Utah, most of the Mavericks carry it. Some of the, I think, Shells, some of them carry it. So you kind of have to go. There's map finders you can get on, fuel stuff to find where ethanol free might be in your area. So ethanol-free gasoline, it's more stable. We put a good stabilizer in it. If you have a metal tank, make sure you have as full of a tank as you can. It prevents moisture from sitting in there and rusting out your tank. If you have a plastic tank, like these four-wheelers, tank's over there, or a dirt bike with a plastic tank, it is okay to drain them all the way out of that gas. Get it all out of there. Then your next step is turn your pitcocks off. If you have fuel in your tank, turn your pitcocks off. If you've drained your tank, you don't have to worry about turning your pitcock off because there's no gas in it. Turn your pitcock off. As long as your pitcock is working properly and shutting the fuel off, the next thing you want to do is look in the bottom of your carburetors. Some of them are tougher. They're tucked up inside there, but if you look in the bottom of the carbs, you will find, most of the time, a drain screw. It's hooked to nipples. Sometimes, if they're built properly and they're put together correctly, or they're stock, they'll have they'll have a drain tube. Put a catch pan under your motorcycle, open up the pitcock, let all the fuel drain out. I open them up, walk away, come back in 20, 30 minutes when I know it's all drained out, it's all good to go, close them back up. Some people say you can leave them open over the winter. I like to close them up because I don't want moisture to get back up inside the bowls. It won't hurt anything to leave them sit dry over the winter. Then when you go out on your bike, you turn your pitcock back on, or fill your gas tank back up. Wait a minute, let the fuel trickle down inside your carburetors, fire up and run. So on this one, Phillips head, these are flathead. Now when they're tucked up in the bike, depending on the style you have, you might be able to access both from one side, so you might need a really long screwdriver. Some of your straight fours will have 2 facing this way, 2 facing that way. Most of them will have one on either side. So one here, drain them out. Some of your dirt bikes and some of your four-wheelers may have a bolt. They're usually a 17 millimeter. You can get up inside there with a wrench, crack it open, drain it out, and that way you're getting all the fuel, as much fuel out of it as you possibly can. That way it's not clogging up and looking nasty. Should have had a carburetor open so you can see what it looked like when you look nasty. So, winterizing your bike, full tank of fuel, with a good stable. Ethanol-free gasoline is what we recommend. Draining your carburetors out, and then draining your tank if it's plastic. Now you don't have to drain your tank if it's plastic. You put a good stable in it. I just figure I get all the old fuel out, start fresh in the spring. When you go to fire it up in the spring, run about a tank of gas through it, then put a good fuel cleaner in there. With carburation, that isn't as important. If you've drained your carburetors, fuel injection, a good cleaner through it, run a tank of cleaner through it to help clean your injectors out. Now, fuel injection, they are not susceptible to fuel injection or to bad gas. They're designed for ethanol. So, full tank of gas, good stabilizer. Lucas makes a really good one. The brand Stable makes a good one. There's a few out there. I recommend staying away from your house brands at like AutoZone or O'Reilly or some of your auto parts with it's just a house brand or Heat or some of those. Go with a good, proven one. Amsoil makes it too. And then drive the bike. So fill up your tank, put some in, drive it home. That way you can get that fuel stabilizer through your fuel system, all the way into your injectors. That way it sits with a good stabilizer through the whole fuel system. Other things we want to do. If you're getting close to an oil change, we recommend doing an oil change, or if you're due for one, do it now. It's best to sit your motorcycle with clean oil in it, clean fluids, period. Because that way you're getting all the contaminants of the oil from the riding season out, and all the hydrocarbons and stuff, which turns acidic over time and can do internal damage. So if you have clean oil in it, two things happen. One, protects your motor, and two, when everybody's coming in first thing in spring saying, hey, I need an oil change, shops are booked out a week and a half to 2 weeks, you're turning your key and you're running. Great idea, right? The other thing is putting a good battery tender on your bike. If you leave your battery in your bike, they have pigtails you can hook to your battery, put it out to a battery tender, whether it's battery tender brand or any of the other. There's a ton of good brands. Make sure you get a decent quality ones. Yes, the wall works from Harbor Freight, the battery tenders they sell, work. Word of caution. All battery tenders, especially the wall wart ones that just plug in. After about a month and a half, we've noticed that they get what we call hung up. They get stuck on saying it's full, and they don't always charge all the way. So our recommendation with every battery tender, no matter what the brand is at least once a month, go out, unplug it from the bike, unplug it from the wall. Let it sit for an hour or so. Plug it back in. You could even let it sit for a day or 2 or 3 or 4, but as long as you're cycling that battery to keep the charge up and unplugging both from the wall and from the bike, it resets them. That way it's charging all the time. Sometimes they get hung up, especially the cheaper brands. You'll come out after a whole winter and the battery's dead because it's charged, but it doesn't realize it's not charged. Another little trick I do before I plug my battery tenders back in is I go turn the bike on. I let it sit for about a minute, 30 seconds to a minute. Have the headlight on, have your lights running. It puts a little drain on that battery. That way when you plug it in, it exercises it. The battery tender says, hey, I need to charge. And the battery says, oh, I'm getting excited by the electrons coming in here. And it excites the battery, gets the fluids moving again, charges it up. So those are a couple of quick tips. There's more you can do. Keeping your tire pressures up to manufacturer specifications. You might want to check those once a month when you're checking your battery tender. Keeps your battery health up or your tires from rotting out. We can go down the road of putting it on cardboard, rolling the bike around so you don't get flat spots, all that. I don't think that's highly necessary. Is it a good practice? Absolutely. But as long as you keep fluids up, keep good fuel in it, keep carbs drained, your battery tender on it, most of the time by springtime you're ready to rock and roll. So We have a carb class coming up November 15th at the shop, 10 a.m. We're going to go through, we're going to pull some carbs apart. We're going to show you how they work, what's inside them, what all this stuff does. We'll put them back together. We'll go more depth on how to make sure you winterize them properly at this class. Contact us at the shop. Come on down, see us at our shop, get into that class. I've got probably, I think we have 4 more spots left open. This class usually fills up pretty quick, but I have 4 more spots left open for people to come in. So why don't you get in, come on down. We'll talk carburetors, talk how they work. From there, enjoy, speed safely, and we'll see you around.